Hi there, Sylvia here. Trust you're doing well. Are you always very worried and get confused about some financial terminologies and you don't really know what it means or you don't really know how to go about them? Don't worry, I got you. You're not alone. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down just a few financial terminologies that are really very important to see you through in your financial journey. Stick with me. Let's get there. So number one would be a budget. A budget is a financial plan that tracks your income and expenses over a specific period. So it helps you to control your spending, it helps you to save more, and it just helps you generally on your financial journey, like on a progressive, productive financial journey. So see the budgeting as just something that helps you know your current status, the health of your money, the health of your spending. You know what comes in, you know what's going out. So it helps you plan on how to spend your money so that you reduce things like impulse buying. You really just have like an idea of where you want your money to go. So you have an idea of what came in and then what is going out, when it left, what you use it for. So it's just a financial tracker that helps you keep the health of your finances together. Number two will be your net worth. Your net worth is just equals your assets minus your liabilities. So, and that would just simply mean the total value of what you own, your assets, minus the total value of what you owe, your liabilities. So your assets could be, in this case, your cars, your money, you had the money in your bank, your investments. So everything really that you own that is yours minus your liabilities. That's now your liabilities are things you owe. Maybe you took a loan from someone or from a company or from a bank. So all of those things. So when you subtract the total of what you own from what you owe, then you have your net worth. So it just helps you know your financial health status really. And that's one of the things that we are going to be tracking in this journey. We need to know where we are, how healthy we are financially. So when you've been able to look out and list all the things that you own, and then also list out the things that you owe, then when you subtract it, if your net worth is positive, then that means you're doing well. You have a very positive net worth. If it's in the negative, then you have to really look at it and see how to address it, see what the problem is, see how to make it better. Sometimes you could maybe take a loan, right? And then the loan is maybe going to be paying returns in future, but currently just have an idea of where you are currently. Look at your net worth, look at the liabilities, and see the things that you could correct that can make it better. The third one would be your emergency fund. So this is just an amount of money you set aside for emergencies, for like unknowns, for things that are not planned, like a job loss, a health strike, just things that you really do not plan for, and boom, life just happens. So this is just the amount of money that you save up to address an emergency. Experts recommend that you have about 3 to 6 months worth of your living expenses saved up for emergency. So you can have more, but at the minimum 6 months worth of your living expenses should just be saved up. So you can build it over time. So just be putting down the money one at a time. It's really just for your financial safety, because who knows, anything could happen. Number 4 would be interest. So interest is usually the cost of borrowing money. Interest can be defined in two ways. It can be defined as the cost of borrowing money, can also be defined as the profits when you get from saving and investments. Now there are two types in the second definition. So you have the simple interest, and then you also have the compound interest. When you look at the simple interest, it's just the profit that you get on what you have saved. It's just a basic profit that you get. When you look at the compound interest, in the compound interest, you're getting profit from a compound, like an accumulated fund. So you're getting profit on your capital, and then you're also getting profit on the interest, like on the profits. So assuming you invest say 100k and you have an interest of 50,000 naira. So now the compound interest, you're going to be getting interest on the 100k and interest on the 50k, and it could happen like on a daily basis. It could just add up on a daily basis, or depending on how it compounds. But yes, these are just the two types of the interest. If you're looking at the interest from savings, like the profit from savings and investment. Well, a tip, always aim to invest on the option where you have like a compound interest. Where your interest compounds, just aim to invest there because it's usually just better. Because you're making profit both ways. When you're the interest that is coming out from your capital, you're making an interest on your interest, and then you're also making an interest from the main capital that you had invested. So yeah. Number 5 would be asset versus liabilities. I've tried to define it earlier when I talked about your net worth, but just see assets as the things that put money in your pocket, and liabilities are the things that take money from your pocket. So when you talk about investments, when you talk about profits that come from savings, profit that comes from investments, when you talk about your businesses, profit from your businesses, so those things are seen as your assets. But when you talk about the loans that you have taken, the things that are taking money out of your pocket is seen as liabilities. That's why most times people see vehicles as liabilities, because when you talk about the maintenance, when you talk about servicing it and other things that go on with the car, maybe when it's bashed and you need to fix it. So yeah, sometimes you see cars as liabilities. So yes, assets versus liabilities. The 6th one would be diversification, right? This is just a beautiful way of saying do not put all your eggs in one basket, right? So it's just a way of spreading out your sources of income or spreading out your money to see that it works for you in different ways across different financial categories. Now, you could invest your money in real estate, you could invest it in stocks, you can invest in buying properties, which is actually real estate. So you could just invest like in different ways. You can put in higher purchase, like Enviable that I had talked about. You just check one of my videos. I'm going to put the link somewhere in the description box for you to look at Enviable. So diversification is just a beautiful way of spreading out your eggs so that in case something happens to one investment, right? Maybe a stock drops, maybe crypto, for instance, you put your investment in crypto and crypto drops, you still have federal government bonds, you still have treasury bills, you still have Apple stock, you still have your real estate investment, you still have other financial backings to just fall back on instead of having to put everything in crypto, for instance, and then crypto crashes. The 7th one would be ROI, which is just return on investment. Now, your return on investment is the profitability you have from an investment. So ROI measures the profitability on an investment. So it's simply dividing your profit over the initial cost, and then you can multiply by 100 to get the percentage. So the higher the ROI, the better your investment. So it's always just good to have these calculations and see, put your investment on returns, put your money on investments which would give you like higher ROI, higher returns, more beautiful smiles, and more smiles to the bank. Number 8 is inflation. Inflation is the rise in price over time, reducing the purchasing power of your money. So, and this would just mean that that's why really inflation these days it's been terrible. You just go to the market and bread is say I don't even know what it is currently because I've not been having bread for the longest of time. But let's say bread is 500 naira, and then you go after 2 weeks and you're seeing 700, and you go again, then it's 1000, then you go again, it's 1200. Inflation has just been causing a lot of rise in prices, and this just drastically reduces your purchasing power. Because these days, if you look around, 15 naira is really going. I can now see. I can't remember the last time I saw 20 naira, 10 naira, all of those currencies, all of those naira notes. I don't know where they are now. So because the purchasing power has gone way above things that I mean, pure water was 20 naira at a point, and now you can't even buy pure water for 20 naira. I think it's 50 naira now that you buy. So everything is just on the rise, and that's why you need to invest your money so that it can work faster and yield more and better than how high inflation can go. The 9th one is what we call passive income. Passive income is the money that you get without actively working for it. So that's the thing. It's not like you're going to just cross your leg and money will start coming into your account. You would work for this money, right? But to make it passive means you're not actively working for it. So unlike sales where you have to go and pitch and make a sale to somebody physically with the products to buy before you now take the money, passive income is such that, For instance, you have a digital product and you have put in work to make this course. You have put in work to put an advert up and be running for you. So you can just be probably in the market or maybe in church or just having a discussion with someone and money is coming into your account, right? This is because you're not actively working for money to come into your account at that point. You have already paid your dues at some point. So you're not now putting active time for that money to come in. So there are just different things. Maybe you invested in stock. When you invest in stock, the only thing you need to do is just put your money there, and then you don't know. Of course, you have to be looking at it and tracking it, but you had probably done a research or you had listened to something that advised you to put your money there, and that is the work that you have done. And also the process of converting and transferring that money to buy that stock or coin is where the work has been done. So now when the coin or the stock is doing well, is going up, you're making your dividends, you're no longer doing like a lot of work. You're basically just probably doing something else when that money is coming up. So that's what you call passive income. The 10th and final one is liquidity. So liquidity is just how fast you can convert your asset into cash, like into raw cash, right? Some people, so there are different types you could have. So you could have the liquid assets and the non-liquid assets. The liquid assets include your savings account, because once you need money, you can just go to any bank or your POS machine and just swipe your card and you get your money. When you're buying something, you can just do a transfer to the seller and you get your product. So all of those things are liquid assets because you can easily get your money immediately you want it. Same with stock. You can just transfer, depending on the platform that you're using, you can just convert it to cash or your currency, and then you get your money and continue what you need to do. Now there are non-liquid assets, something like your real estate investment. Of course, it's not so easy to just quickly see, or you want to just sell a plot of land which is worth 10 million naira, for example, or you want to sell your building maybe worth 150 million, and then you're just seeing someone lying around that wants to give you 150 million immediately. For instance, the person might just want to do some confirmations, go to do a survey on the land, just different back and forth might happen before you now finally lock in on saving or on getting that actual liquid that's the actual cash. But it's always very good to have a blend of both of them. Have some liquid assets and have some non-liquid assets in your portfolio. It just helps your portfolio to be wealthy and healthy rather. So understanding these financial terms is just a very big step to your financial freedom because it helps you navigate in the financial world. And I mean, there are still a lot of terminologies, but we can just start from here. And at this point, I'll just say thank you so much for watching. Please share, like, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts around any other terminology you'd like me to talk about. Do share with your friends that are also trying to make some money with you. And I'll just definitely see you in my next one. Bye.